Hey friends, okay, so today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Lent. So Lent is right around the corner, and I was reflecting, okay, what about Lent this year? What can I do that will make it amazing, the best Lent ever? And I feel like every year I say that, like, how can I make this the best, holiest Lent ever? And so what I came up with this year was kind of do what I always do, which is, you know, the three pillars of Lent, which is prayer, fast, almsgiving. Like, those are definitely, I have a whole video on those, so I'll link those down below. So what can make this year special? What can change this year to make it even better than last year? And what I kind of came to, like, reflecting upon it, was I really want to focus on sainthood. You know how every year people at the beginning of the year, like, give them one word for that year, like gratitude or, you know, whatever. I haven't really been big into that. I love that people do it, but it's just something I haven't really thought to do that. But I kind of felt that way with Lent, that this year I want to focus, and maybe you guys want to join me or give me a word that would really help you with Lent. For me, this year is sainthood, and we should always be focusing on sainthood, but I want to, like, take it to an even deeper level. Like, I really want to purify myself and really dive deeper into, like, okay, what are my sins? What's holding me back from being the person that God created me to be? Like, what are my flaws? What are the ways that I can glorify God? You know, like, no matter who we are, we can always become cleaner and more pure. And I think it's different. It's going to be different for everybody, but you really want to go into Lent with a game plan, right? You don't want to be like, oh, it's Ash Wednesday. Yeah, what should I do? Oh, give up chocolate, you know, which that's fine. I'm a chocoholic, so I totally hear ya. But we want to go deeper than just chocolate. You know, we want to say, how can I get closer to God through this next 40 days? Like, how can I walk with God in a deeper way? How can I be there carrying that cross with Jesus in a way that I never have before? And so, like I said, it's going to be different for everybody. So I think that it's really important to figure out, what are our flaws? You know, is it something like, is it gossiping? Is it talking bad about other people? Is it not even talking bad about other people, but having these judgmental thoughts about other people? Like, those are the things I'm talking about, like purifying yourself even more. What are our vices? What are the things that are taking us away from God when we really want to be close to Him? You know, because Satan really wants you to give into the struggle, give into all these sins of the world and stuff. And so I just encourage you this Lent to go deeper, to figure out, God, what is it that you are seeing that I'm missing? What is it? Because I'm sure we all do. Like, we're all, unless we're extremely self-aware and we can see our flaws so clearly, then that's awesome. I think that's a huge, huge gift, to be able to see your own flaws, because then you can fix them. But if you don't even know your flaws, how can you ever fix them? You know, and I think that sometimes we think about our flaws and we're like, oh, well, everybody else is doing it. It's okay. It's not really that big of a deal because the whole world is doing it. God does not, He does not grade on a curve. So I want you to think about that, because even if the whole world is sinful and evil, that does not mean that it's okay for you to be that way. You know, like, you think about Noah's Ark, right? Like, how Noah was, like, the last, like, standing good person, and God, like, drowned the whole world, right? It's not like He's grading on a curve. Like, He wants perfection from you. Yes, He knows that you fail. Yes, He knows that we all fail, but He still wants perfection from you. You know, like, I think about the way God looks at us, the way I look at my children a lot of the times, because my children are in that age where they're just starting to get like harder reading words, right? Like they don't want to sound out the word. They just want to know it and stuff. And so it's hard because you kind of have to help them along, and it's uncomfortable and they get frustrated. They don't like it. But if they don't ever go through that purification, that trying over and over to figure out like how to sound out words quickly, then they're only gonna read, you know, little chapter books that they can never go to the next level, if that makes sense. And that's kind of where we are. Like God is purifying us. He is challenging us to go deeper because he loves us that much. He wants us to be the best version of ourselves, the best person that we can be. And sometimes, usually, most of the time, that means a lot of stretching, a lot of growing, and it's uncomfortable. And that is okay. It is okay to be uncomfortable in our spiritual walk. Always choose the good path if you can. Always choose the good path, because that will make God so happy. And that is why we were created. We were created to be saints. Because you might be saying, oh, Heather, a saint is like this godly person who's over there who's a martyr, or who does nothing wrong, like who, you know, hears God perfectly, who, you know, Mary appears to, and they know exactly, you know. No, actually most saints don't have any of those things. Like saints, we are all called to be saints. A saint is somebody who's in heaven. That is like the definition of what a saint is somebody that we know is in heaven. And that's what we all want, right? So we all want to be saints. And so this Lent, let's focus on sainthood. God, how can I become a saint? What is it that I need to do to go deeper, to get closer to you? And I just encourage you to embrace the hardship. Embrace it, because this world tells you that to run away from hardship. It tells you to do the thing that you want to do instead of what is the right thing to do. So it is just something that to be a saint, we just need to go farther. So you have to figure what that is. So for me, I do not enjoy doing the bathrooms. I don't enjoy it at all. So maybe for Lent, I can learn how to do them more often and do them better. Offer that up, the bathrooms, or you know, whatever it is that like you're like, oh, that is the thing I don't like to do at all. I hope my husband just does it, or whatever. Just do it. You know, the kids wake up in the middle of the night and you are exhausted. You don't want to jump up and help the kids. Your husband's exhausted. He doesn't want to. Be that person. Be like, you know what, honey, I got this. I'm gonna go help the child who's scared, you know, or whatever it is. Be that person. Be the first one to get there, so that can be your path to sanctity. Those little things that seem so little are actually huge. And that is how, just step by step, you will grow in sanctity and become that saint that God has called you to be. You know, I'm a homemaker, and you know, you don't think about homemaking as like this great saint, you know, thing to do, saintly thing to do, but it can be. No matter what you are called to, you can become a saint. You can be the best version of yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be challenging. Embrace that challenge. Embrace it being hard, and just kind of go into Lent being like, this is going to be hard. This is going to be so hard. And the reason it's going to be hard is because I am going to come out the other end of, you know, of this whole Lent a better version for God. I am going to do the best I can for you, God, you know, and just ask God for the grace to do that, to be there. And hopefully, the hope is that it doesn't stop on Easter Sunday, but hopefully it's something that you're like, it kind of clicked with you how to be that saint that God is asking you to be. So anyway, so that's the word of Lent for me. And I was thinking maybe you guys would like something like that too, because I just want to go deeper. I want to figure out what makes God's heart tick. Like, what is it that I can do to love him and to embrace him and to give my life for him the way he gave his life for me. Like, that was not comfortable. That was, I'm sure, going out of his comfort zone, being stripped of everything, made fun of, you know, them torturing him. Like, on every level, he probably felt it. And so I feel like the little level that we could go is nothing compared to what God did. So when it does get uncomfortable and all that, just think of Christ, you know, on the cross, and be like, you know what, this is not fun, I don't like this, but I got this, God. Like, you and me, we're gonna do this, you know. And just be that saint that you were created to be, because that's what we're all called to be. Like, God wants us all to be saints and to do amazing things with our life. And one of the things that I just encourage you, like, I know a lot of people, especially like when you guys sent your letters, a lot of people said, you know, I didn't grow up with a devout family. Like, I don't even know what that looks like. I don't know what sainthood even looks like. And so what I encourage you to do, and this is truly what has helped me in my walk to grow closer to God, is read about the saints. Read their biographies, their autobiographies, their life, because it gives you so much hope. You start to realize that they are just like us. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you all have an amazing Holy Lent, and that you really truly grow closer to God this Lent. And so anyway, until next time, I will see you all later. God bless. Bye.